Hi, in this video, we are focusing in double integral. I'm going to teach you how to evaluate a double integral. Okay, let's start. We need the formula of definite integral. Here is the fb minus fa so that when we plug in the x and y values we don't get confused. We need to realize that the value 8 and 6 are correspondent to y values, and notice the dx are written outside, therefore 4 and 2 are x values. If you put the integral with the 8 and 6 on the outside of this expression, dy has to be on the outside part as well. We are going to evaluate this expression in the middle. Dy tells us that we're integrating respected to y, which means we're gonna treat x as a constant. First, we need to find the antiderivative of xy dy respecting to y, and it will become xy squared over 2. And now, we need to plug our limits into this expression. If you guys wondering how it becomes this, don't get confused, we just use the formula of fb minus fa in this expression. That's why we have x times 8 squared over 2 minus 6 squared x over 2. And if you guys wondering how it becomes 32x minus 18x, it is because x times 8 squared is 64x, and 64x over 2, it will become 32x. On the other side, x times 6 squared, it will become 36x, and 36x divide 2, it will become 18x. And if we solve this, 32x minus 18x, it will become 14x. We need to integrate this expression respecting to x. This will become 14x squared over 2. And 14x squared over 2, it will become 7x squared. And now, we need to plug in our limits into this expression. We need to use the fb minus fa formula again to plug in our limits. That's why we have 7 times 4 squared minus 7 times 2 squared. And we all know 4 squared, it will become 16, and 2 squared, it will become 4. And 7 times 16 is 112, and 7 times 4, it will become 28. And 112 minus 28, our final answer is 84. And now, we have 9x to the third power y squared. And we all know we need to integrate this respecting to y. And we have 9x to the third power y to the third power over 3. And it will become 3 to the x to the third power y to the third power. And now we need to plug in our limits in this expression. To plug in our limits, we need to use the formula fb minus fa. That's why we have 3x to the third power times 4 to the third power minus 3x to the third power times 2 to the third power. And we all know 4 to the third power, it will become 64. And 2 to the third power, it will become 8. And 64 times 3 x squared, it will become 192x to the third power, and the other side 3x squared times 8, it will become 24. And 192x to the third power minus 24x to the third power, it will become 168x to the third power. And now, we need to integrate this expression respecting to x. 168x to the third power, it will become 168x to the fourth power over 4. And 168x to the fourth power over 4, it will become 42x to the fourth power. To plug in our limits, we use the formula FB minus FA. That's why we have 42 times 3 to the fourth power minus 42 times 1 to the fourth power. And 3 to the fourth power, it will become 81. And 1 to the fourth power, it will become 1. And we all know 42 times 81, it will become 3,402. And 42 times 1, it will become 42. And 3,402 minus 42, and we have the final answer of 3,360. And now we have more complicated expression. 3xy squared plus 6x squared y plus 2y, and we need to integrate this respected to y. And we have 3xy to the third power over 3 plus 6x squared y squared over 2 plus 2y squared over 2. And when we apply the cancellation, it will become xy to the third power plus 3x squared y squared plus y squared. To plug in our limits, we need to use the formula FB minus FA in this expression. That's why we have x times 3 to the third power plus 3x squared times 3 to the second power plus 3 to the second power x times 2 to the third power plus 3x squared times 2 to the second power plus 2 to the second power. Before proceeding to the next expression, you need to distribute first the sign. And now you will have 27x plus 27x squared plus 9 minus 8x minus 12x squared minus 4. If you add the like terms, you will have 19x plus 15x squared plus 5. And now we need to integrate this expression respected to x. That's why we have 19x squared over 2 plus 15x to the third power over 3 plus 5x. It will become 19x squared over 2 plus 5x to the third power plus 5x. To plug in our limits, we need to use the formula FB minus FA. That's why we have 19 times 5 to the second power over 2 plus 5 times 5 to the third power plus 5 times 5. On the other side, we have 19 times 1 to the second power over 2 plus 5 times 1 to the third power plus 5 times 1. And before proceeding, you need to distribute the sign. And after that, it will become 475 over 2 plus 625 plus 25 minus 19 over 2 minus 5 minus 5. And if you add the like terms, it will become 868, and that's our final answer. And here our last example for double integral. 6x squared plus 2y. We will integrate this respected to y. It will become 6x squared y plus 2y squared over 2. And if you apply the cancellation, it will become 6x squared y plus y squared. To plug in our limits, we need to use the formula FB minus FA. That's why we have 6x to the second power times 4 plus 4 to the second power. On the other side, we have 6x squared times x squared plus x squared to the second power. And before proceeding, you need to distribute the sign. And after that, you will have 24x squared plus 16x minus 6x to the fourth power minus x to the fourth power. And if you add the like terms, you will have negative 7x to the fourth power plus 24x squared plus 16x. We need to integrate this respected to x, and you will have negative 7x to the 5th power over 5 plus 24x to the 3rd power over 3 plus 16x. And if you apply the cancellation, you will have negative 7x to the 5th power over 5 plus 8x to the 3rd power plus 16x. To plug in our limits, we need to use the formula FB minus FA. That's why we have negative 7 times 2 to the 5th power over 5 plus 8 times 2 to the 3rd power plus 16 times 2. On the other side, we have negative 7 times negative 2 to the 5th power over 5 plus 8 times negative 2 to the 3rd power plus 16 times negative 2. And before proceeding, you need to distribute the sign. And after that, you will have negative 224 over 5 plus 64 plus 32 minus 224 over 5 plus 64 plus 32. If you have add the like terms, you will have 102.4 as the final answer.